Hey everybody, and welcome back to If Found. So we just got back from basically burgling our own house and taking all of our own stuff back. It's the 14th of December, I suppose. And it looks like we have a nice tea set going on here. The story of the heist spilled out over breakfast the next morning. You know what? I'm going to do something I probably should not do. And I'm gonna raise the music just a tad, because it seems kind of low right here. It's probably very low and you probably can't even hear it. Jack called us criminal masterminds. After a cold dripping shower, I got changed into clean clothes. Everyone was mighty impressed that I had a different t-shirt. Yeah, because we only had one set of clothes this whole time. I've never appreciated doing the washing enough. Goodbye. Goodbye. In the evening, we watched Into the West. Don't really know what Into the West is, but I made hot chocolate for everyone by melting down 2 selection boxes. It was a treat. Alright, goodbye. 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 Wednesday, I went with a gang to the post office to get the dole. Artist salary. Starving artist, maybe. So, like, when we say in the dole, in, like, what I'm used to, that's kind of like, I'm on the dole or something, means that I'm receiving a welfare payment from the government. Sounds like that remains the same here. A word for unemployment benefits in Ireland. Yep, okay. The queue was shocking, but everyone was friendly. People of all ages, but mostly older. I won't let that happen to me. I have been looking, right before this, I looked at a little bit of a Google Maps Street View of Achill Island, and it actually looks... Before I say that, let me go ahead and read this part before I erase it. I won't get stuck on Achill, spending evenings or in my dole in the pub. So I won't be... I erased it a little too before, a little more than I thought. So I cannot read what it said. Nights, evenings, whatever, days, weekends. It actually looks like a very pleasant kind of place, but that's from an outsider looking in. It is very quaint looking, and it's quaint looking in current pictures. Like in the 1990s, it probably looked even quainter. And it is very remote. Well, it looks to be very remote. It's very beautiful nature-wise, but I can imagine that if you're a young teenager, early 20s, it's probably not that exciting of a place. You know, it's just kind of like, oh, it's just a boring backwoods kind of town. But it does look very, very pleasant from someone that doesn't live there, so take that for what you will. I kept a distance in case Fergal or Mem were working. Oh yeah, because they work at the post office, huh? Colum got another written warning from the guards about the house. Shans suggested that we could live in the Seal Caves up by Duggart Hill, Famous Five style. I don't know who the Famous Five were, but it sounds like there's some kind of outlaws that lived in some caves. There was also a letter for me, but I didn't open it. Well, what's the Famous Five? Colum was talking about the Enid Blyton series, The Famous Five, which often involved the main characters camping or living in different places, especially caves. Never heard of it. And apparently it's sometime we talk about cans, which is cans of beer. They bought some cans in the shop to take home. I didn't drink. Guess we have something in common there, Cassio. 16th, we went to bingo. Me and Jack went to put up posters for the gig next week. Fox's Den, number 10. Cup of tea, number 3. Lovely legs, 11. I have no idea what that is. There's no game of bingo I've ever heard. Oh, is this like rhyming slang or kind of like slang? So if it's a number, you know, like Cockney rhyming slang, but that's slang, and but that's in England. Um, Instead of saying number 10, you might say Fox's Den because it rhymes sort of. And instead of number 3, it's cup of tea. And 11 looks like 2 legs, so those are lovely legs. I don't know. I'm just coming up with things that sound sort of close. All right, goodbye, guys. We got a few looks when we arrived. Most of them were older women I only ever saw at Mass, but we spotted Auntie Maggie and joined her. No one paid us much mind after that. We won a shampoo gift set, thank God. We really need some in the house. Everyone looks a bit greasy. Just get you some Dr. Bronner's magic soap. Achievement progress, making memories disappear. Well, we have erased 1,000 things out of 2,400 things. Okay. Things to remember about Jack. Hello, Jack. Age 25. He comes from a big family. There's 7 or 8 children. Jack is somewhere in the middle, but I keep losing track. 8's sitting around doing nothing, and the rain, and reading. He's vain about his appearance. He keeps trying to teach us how to use moisturizer. Look, dude. Like, you don't have any shampoo in your house and you're worrying about moisturizer? He talks about leaving a kill like it's a question of when, not if. Colum's always wanted to stay. So Jack loves sitting around drinking cans, cooking for others, and adventure. My favorite thing about him? Jack's a great person to watch TV with, joking about whatever's on. He likes making things, but he's not great at cleaning up after himself. I will, yeah, he says, but he never gets around to it, and he gets sulky if you push it. Hey, it's me! That's me exactly! December 17th, we woke up to a flooded kitchen floor. Burst pipe, Column said, rubbing the back of his neck. Happens when it freezes, he said. Column's head was stuck under the sink all morning, and he did what his father taught him. I don't know how to pronounce this in the slightest, and we're gonna say Ma'an Bakul. Well, Ma'an Buhil. I was sort of there. Literally good boy, but used in context it means something more like, well done, you're the man. An Irish person might also say good man yourself or good on you. The pronunciation is Ma'an Buhil. I mean, it just seems like there's so many absolutely silent letters in Irish, and you know what? Good for them. Good for them for having a interesting language. Too interesting for me to understand, but interesting nonetheless. Shans and Jack helped with mopping and towels. I felt a bit useless, so I kept out of the way. Thought about writing a letter to Mom again. Shans pulled a paperback from somewhere and tossed it at me. Asimov. Isaac Asimov, the science fiction writer. One I'd read before, but I was happy to read it again. Saturday. Opened my letter this morning. It was from Fergal himself. What a bollocks. Those are, well, let's say a part or pair of the male anatomy. Anyways, Shans took me for a walk down to Kiel and then to a Kill Sound. It was lovely. I love the sea, even with the gulls screaming their heads off in the pale sky. So what are you going to tell me about bollocks? A general rude word in Ireland? Yeah, it is rude, but you know, it means a little more than that. The wind was pushing us around, so we didn't talk much. It felt nice just being with someone in a comfortable silence. Ended up reaching the football pitch, and we sat on the new stone fence. We both bonded over being terrible at GAA. I had to go on Saturday morning for years, though I couldn't even do the most basic drills. GAA was what, the Gaelic Athletic Association or something similar to that. Well, this is all crossed out. The 19th. Part of the attic ceiling fell in during the storm last night. We saw it from outside first in the gray morning light. Could have been a lot worse. Colum used a tarp for Jack's drums to cover it, but it won't last. This place is starting to feel a bit scary. Goodbye. Shan stayed with us and we had a makeshift Sunday dinner with a leg of beef Maggie gave us. Found myself missing my mud group. Told Shans about the computers and role-playing. I knew people in colleges all over the world. No one else from Akil, though. Is there even a computer on the whole island? So this multi-user dungeon, it's like a really, really early MMO, text-based MMO kind of thing. Multi-user dungeon. They were an early form of online text-based role-playing. See? I told you. "20th. Tonight after practice, we all went down to Keem to make a massive bonfire on the beach. It was a pre-gig ritual to ward away evil spirits. Everything was sodden after weeks of rain. It was definitely magic that the fire started." Yeah, I imagine it must be hard to get the fire started in the rain. Colum had some lighter fluid, which probably helped. Yeah, probably. An accelerant does tend to help. We sang songs in the drizzle. Our backs were soaked, but the heat and the crack was cheering. I meant to burn my letters, but forgot. Did you really forget, or did you secretly kind of not want to? Because that would be really kind of cutting all ties with your past at that point, almost. Goodbye, sir. Is that it? Nothing on this side? Nothing on this page? Okay. "Hello. You got a letter from the university. Very fancy. Seal and everything. Mom wouldn't open it. Said she couldn't. You know how she is, but I did. You didn't get that scholarship. Who were you trying to... cod? I mean, I wish it would zoom in a little bit. I see you living with those wasters, dossing all day. They're dragging their families through the mud, too. The whole island is talking about ye. It's weird. You're making a holy show of yourself. You always wanted us to think you were awful smart, too good for real work, sucked up to the teachers and convinced the old payer to send you to college. And for what? To cod, to trick or deceive someone, most often used in response, are you codding me? Is that like, are you kidding me? But, are you codding me? And dossing, to be idle, and do nothing. Alright. Go away. Go away. Cop on. If you want to be weird, do it in your spare time. Right now, you have to come back to Earth. Virgil. Well, I didn't realize we would erase that, so, whoops. Something about, is he lying? Who the hell? Thought I was going to just erase the thing over top of it, not erase all that. Set list. High cost of living. No name. Queen of Akil, tender death. It's now called Drowning at Akil Beach, or Keel Beach, or maybe we've just stripped that that song entirely and replaced it with a new one. 80s ramp walk. Play louder. Alright, is this another black hole situation? Castle Bar, 10 p.m. Tuesday, December 21st, 1993. The high cost of living. So Castle Bar was the next big town where a mother used to go do all her shopping. I could hear them playing. I wasn't too late. They're not bad. I feel like I may regret turning the music up, though. The floor was shaking. Column's base. The dark community hall was a mess of bodies. black tees with metal bands, denim jackets, and badges. I pushed and shoved to see them up close. The lads looked incredible. I mean, no doubt, they do look cool. Jack was at the back, going wild on the drums. Probably missing beats, but who cares? Column's bass was perfect and smooth, keeping the others in time. He just looks kind of like laid back, like he doesn't care. He's like too cool for school over here. Shan's guitar and voice had the crowd on tenterhooks. I can kind of feel the Cure-ish kind of bass beat in the back. They said they liked the Cure before. I could kind of see an influence. It's that drum hit, dun 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 dun. It just, and maybe even a bit of that. Alright, goodbye, guys. The Banshees. The Banshee finished. Everyone loved them. So many cheers. After Colum, Jack, and Shans left the stage, the room seemed to get even more packed. A world away from practice in the big house. It's high cost of living! It's a high cost of living! It's a great song, High Cost of Living indeed. Man, now I'm like, I should have bought the soundtrack for this game. Darkness filled the hall. The music started again. When the lights came back, I instantly fell in love with the first woman holding a guitar that I saw. I felt the rumble. I felt the distortion. I felt like a dork. She owned the stage in her massive boots. I jumped in fright when she roared, and then I kept jumping. The Nosferatu, the heaviest band in Mayo. It's also a good name. I mean, I don't think it's as good as Banshee, but it's pretty good. I was getting crushed between people. I wondered if I was going to die. I didn't care. I just wanted to be there. All right. Song's over, maybe? Are we going on to the next one? Jack, he danced like a superstar with his can in his hand. He started flailing at me, and I joined in. Being friends with this legend made me feel like a superstar, too. I danced for so long, I thought my arms and legs were falling off. In the anonymity of the crowd, I was free. Alright, we see the jumbled masses of people. You just getting lost in the crowd. Just losing yourself to your surroundings and the music. And just completely blacking out, apparently. The lights came up. My eyes adjusted to the horror of the lit hall. Everyone started to shuffle out slowly as they recognized their sweaty friends. Exhausted and happy, I was wrecked. I headed backstage to find the gang. Even the ground looked sweaty underneath the litter of lost beer cans. That's Nosferatu. Don't mind me, guys. Y'all just keep smooching. Keep smooching. Jack announced a house party at our gaff. Nosferatu are coming. Sweet. They're going to give us all the way back. They're going to drive us all the way back to a kill. Good for them, Nosferatu. Oh, cool. Hey guys, keep an eye on the road. So I suppose if... Is Ireland driving on the left or the right? I mean, are they different than Britain? And by Britain, I mean the United Kingdom. Are they actually on the right? So you are looking at the road? I can't tell which one of you has the steering wheel. Okay, it's 80 miles an hour. Excuse me, 80 kilometers an hour. I feel like that's probably not a good thing for you to be showing me right now. Are we all gonna crash? Nope, nope, we made it back home. Back to the big house with the leaky pipes and the leaky roof. And there we are in the little space. Just getting completely hammered, probably. Don't know if that's us. Probably. We're going upstairs. We are... Looks like we maybe are in an attic looking up into the hole in the sky. Hey, or here you are. I couldn't find you anywhere. What are you doing in the attic? I wanted some space, and my room is kind of full. Oh, yeah. They're in your room, huh? There's some people I haven't seen since Skull Damoy? Damoy? What is it? Skull Down It. I'll never understand the Irish Gaelic language. I'll never understand it. The name of Cassio's secondary school. I'm not very good at talking to people. I didn't think. Will I kick them out? It's fine. I don't think they recognize me. Oh. I just want to chill and look at the sky. I guess the tarp didn't hold, huh? My mum caught me. If my mum caught me smoking, she'd kill me. Mine's a bloody doctor. She sees patients with lung cancer every other week in the hospital. Maybe this isn't as bad as cigarettes? Ah, you're smoking a little bit of the wacky tobacco. Still smoke. Well, we're gonna die sometime. Yeah. When I was 10, my grandmother in India died. I'd never met her, and then suddenly I never could. Mum told me she was cremated. It's strange, but I like the idea of her ashes going back into nature. Life keeps going. Atoms develop into proteins, into cells, into us. Stuff hits you hard, huh? You're like, "Ooh, you're real high right now, Cassio." Shut up. The universe is 13 billion years old. And it just gets more complex, more intricate, weirder. Every second is totally different from the last. Are you saying we have to make the most of the time we have? You're assuming time is even real. Ha ha ha. Hey, can I ask you something personal? Totally. Are you gonna ask our gender? Is that what you're gonna do right now, Shans? You know, like Colum and Jack? Like, are we gay? Is that what you're asking? Are we a gay male? I don't know how to answer that, Shans. I don't know. Maybe? Does it even matter? And does that mean you like girls or boys? Look, Shans. Maybe now's not the time, dude. Both? Neither? I like sleeping. Hey, I like sleeping too. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I like being here with you. He's asking these questions because he likes you and he wants to know does he have any way, in there? It's nice. Thank God for heaters. We were living in limbo and then you showed up. A kill is limbo. It's weird to see classmates who never left. We could be ourselves in Dublin. Imagine if we lived together. I'd like to live on a barge someday. We could live on the canals. And you could teach me about space. And you'd teach me the guitar. I could reinvent myself into like David Bowie. There you go. There you go. For real. And not pretend anymore. You're pretending? I just think the guy other people see and the real me are very different. And who's the real you, Shans? I don't even know. Not Shans. Not Ishan. Or I kept saying Shans. It's Shance, isn't it? Shance. Like chance, but with a CH. Gotta remember that. Shance. Not Ishan. Someone. Look, I'm telling you, give yourself a new name. Hey, can I hang up posters in our barge? A way to change the subject, Shance. Yeah, of course. You can hang up whatever you want. Will we have plants? If you take care of them, I'm a plant killer. Ha ha ha. I think I got a good nickname. Yeah, you do, Shance? Oh? The Barge Bard. That's terrible. That's terrible, dude. Don't even try. Ha ha ha. Hey, you ever think about the ozone layer? Oh, well, now you're changing the subject, Cassio. Look, not many people just think of the ozone layer. At least not since we got rid of the Aquanet and the chlorofluorocarbons and the spray cans as accelerant. And by accelerant, I mean propellant. It does it does excel. It does make the stuff in the can accelerate right out of there. All right. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I feel like I'm stuck. What are we doing? Okay, there we go. It just had to take a moment. Maybe it was loading. Day 10 since first contact. There's been no response from Doctor. I have confirmed the trigger event for the anomaly. 14 days left until the event. When it will reach Earth. I got the data. Please receive. You're still there? Of course. I'm a professional. I only took a few minutes to align my orbit and escape again. It's been a week. Control, I detect wormholes nearby in all directions. Okay, you know what? You know what? I'm sorry. I'm turning down the audio again. Sorry, game. I don't know if that did much. Space-time is being ripped to shreds. I think I can use them. first jump was a success. You're back. My readings say I'm somewhere beyond Neptune. You traveled 50,000 kilometers in a few days? In a second. Alright, sorry. Sorry, I know I'm interrupting the flow, but that's got to come down a little bit more. That's an unbelievable distortion of space-time. And this is just the beginning. As the black hole expands, time dilation will only get worse. I've been analyzing the data you sent yesterday, and keep it up. Gotta go. I can see Ganymede. Hello? I have good news, Doctor. The source of the positron entanglement is Earth. Good thing I was already headed that way. I found something in the data you sent that might tell us more about the trigger. It seems to be an image of some kind. An image? Is it of use? I don't understand it yet, but I'll find out more. Right. Gotta go again. Bye. By the way, my name is... Is your name Chance? Is that your name? Are you Chance? 12,000 kilometers from Mars. Cassiopeia, I made a breakthrough. I found more evidence of the original positron annihilation that caused the anomaly. The trigger event. It hasn't happened yet. Its effects are rippling back in time. Then we can stop it. Do you know what we have to do? Not yet. I'm still decoding this image. I'm more sure than ever that it's the key. And I've narrowed the event's future location to Ireland. It's not far. I'll send you my location and contact. Call me as soon as you arrive. By then, we'll have less than a day left. Then I'll see you soon, Control. About that, my name is... Jumping. My name is McHugh, but you can call me Mac for short. Who's McHugh? See you soon, Cassiopeia. Got it. Don't be late, Mac. And put the kettle on. Alright, so Mac is not Chance. I think this is probably a good time for us to end the episode here. I do want to point out, and I think this is cool, that all the previous chapters have this kind of interesting kind of watercolor look. I think that's pretty cool from a design standpoint and art standpoint. Looks like we're maybe about kind of 2/3 of the way through the game. So where did we started? We started about here, I think, and we got through 3 or 4 chapters before we called it quits. So maybe two more episodes left until we're done. So thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you again next time.